Okay, this is my video of the Westinghouse WGen7500 dual fuel portable generator. Reasons why I selected this after doing some looking around. It had some features that were necessary for me in my area that I needed to have. It needed to be dual fuel capability. I had to have a propane operational generator along with gas. This also boasts that it has the quiet operation pulse flow muffler system, which is supposed to make this unit more quieter. However, I have seen videos where they've done noise test decibel readings on it, and you can expect it's going to be in the 90 range as you're standing right on top of the generator. Step back about 40 feet and it's probably going to drop down to the mid 60s as far as the decibel reading goes. But we'll look into that later after I get a couple of days testing on this unit before adding on to this video and giving you my final thoughts. Some other things that this thing has: it has the smart switch ready capability, so if you've got a transfer switch already on your electrical panel, you're good to go, no problems there. It also has the remote start feature, which is kind of nice to have in the event that you cannot go out and physically turn on the generator. However, with the remote, the ignition has to be on for it to work. So as long as the ignition is on, it's going to be draining your battery. So that's something you're going to need to think about, before the event happens, whether you want to leave that ignition switch on. Also, too, it's mid-size. I didn't want to get anything too far over the 10,000 wattage range, because then you're talking about a device that's going to chew up a lot of fuel in a very fast period of time. I needed something that is mid-range. It does have 5% total harmonic distortion on this generator motor cap, so it is relatively safe for your computers and whatnot inside the house. That's another good feature about this, although it is not an inverter generator. The propane feature was very important to me because the last time we had an event that rolled through town, I live basically on a peninsula. And it's a large one too. It's about 608 square miles of peninsula, and there's only two ways in, either by bridge or by a small land pass up further north of us. And if any of those two things get cut off, you cannot expect to get any type of gasoline in your area anytime soon. That's why I wanted the propane feature. The last event we had that came through town, gasoline stations were out of fuel for 1 week prior to the storm even arriving. And then after the storm left, we were without gas for almost a month. So you're looking at 5 weeks minimum that we were without fuel of the gasoline nature. That's why it was very important to get a propane generator. There are diesel ones out there too, but they're very pricey, and diesel fuel in my area isn't particularly cheap either. I mean, it's equal to or more than propane at this time. And before I finish up, and last but not least, another reason why I selected this model was the price point. The price point at the time I bought this off of Home Depot.com, their online website, and it was $849 at that time. Considering the features that it has, that wasn't too bad. A lot of inverter generators with far less power are running for around that range. So although, like I said, this thing's going to be a lot louder than an inverter, I'm not really concerned about that. As I said before, the last event we had come through here, people were running their generators 24/7, and law enforcement at that point in time has much more urgent things to deal with than handing out noise citations in the middle of the night. Okay, here's the unit unboxed, and I'm going to do a quick walk around, which I've done a little bit earlier. No obvious signs of damage, which is always a good start. Everything is all metal with the exception of the air cleaner, which is a little disappointing. The gas tank itself is all metal. It has the fuel gauge on top. It's got the hefty plastic rubber wheels that will be going on shortly. The supposed new and improved muffler system to quiet this unit down. We'll see how that works. Like I said, the air filter here is a heavy-duty plastic. Hopefully that will last over time. It's got, let's see, it's got the 420cc motor. It's got the 3-year warranty with the hotline number right there in case you ever need to call for emergency situations. It's got the fuel change indicator there. It's got the multimeter there, tells you the voltage. It's got the ground neutral. It's got the transfer switch right there. And of course your typical outlets that you get with a size generator such as this. This unit requires a 10W30 weight oil. I am going to use the oil that it came with for the first 3 hours, 4 hours to break it in a little bit, change it out, and then I'm going to be switching over to a Castrol 1030 weight oil. Now on this battery here, this is a 12 volt, 9 all 10-hour battery. And I knew it came with a battery of this size according to the Home Depot website, so I went out and I bought a better battery, a motorcycle ATV battery, which is also of the 12 volt 9 all persuasion, and it also has 230 cold amp start hours, so I'll be using that to avoid having to use the pull start switch. But it is nice, it does have that feature in case you do lose the electric start capability. It has the pull start right here. So overall, we're off to a pretty good start. No physical damage of any obvious signs. So now I'm going to take a look around at that muffler, see if there's any modifications that I could do to it if I wanted to exhaust the fumes out of like a generator shed that I had put in the back. Take a look at that. Also too, I'm going to be looking at adding in an extension to this oil drain plug to make it a little easier to do quick oil changes off of it. Overall, I gotta say this unit is rock solid. Other than the air cleaner, everything is solid metal. Even this plate here is metal on this unit. Can't say that about the other ones.